so you can set it. You have it set to STL. It needs to be IGES. Yep. So now you got the right ISO value. This is the FEM file that you're trying to get from. Does STL have an STL file? It does, but it's not as robust as the IGES is. So X uses the STL.
Skeleton, was that one that you guys had created for the tutorial?
Skeleton is the skeleton of your guys' vehicle.
Oh, our own one. So you want to look at this intro.
So this part that you guys that we're doing right now, this is the part from the tutorial. And so this part I'm gonna show you guys how to redesign it. But for the homework, it asks you to take your RC's vehicle control arm. So this first one, you're gonna go ahead and bring in the IGES file, and you're gonna redraw the part, and you'll have two screenshots, right? So you'll have one with the mesh and the part that you've redesigned, and then one with just the redesigned part. Then for the homework, what you're going to do is you're going to take the actual part from your car, you're going to run it in Octastruct, and then you're going to basically do what we just did. You're going to run OS smooth, bring the part back in, you're going to recreate it, and then you're going to constrain it to the skeleton. So if you probably want to do that chronologically, you just switch the reconstraining and then the creation of the part, because you need to draw it relative to the skeleton first. So I'm going to show you guys real quick how to redraw this part so that you can use that new geometry, and then we can kind of move on from there. So right now we've got the part in here. When it brings in an IGES file, all those little triangle meshes, those are all surface elements. There's no solid body there. So even though we've got this geometry, it's pretty much useless to us as far as actually using it. So what you need to do is you need to basically redraw the part from scratch, but you can use this IGES as a reference of how you want to create the geometry. And so there's a couple ways you can do that. One way is you can just start drawing sketches and kind of do your best to kind of pad out the portions of the material that you want and use pockets to kind of get rid of the material you don't want. I think there's a better way to do it, and there's a tool here, and there it is right there. This is the toolbar. It's called dynamic sectioning. If you guys can't find it, just go up to View, Toolbars, Dynamic Sectioning. Okay, and that will get you the button that you need. Okay? And this dynamic sectioning toolbar lets you take cross-sectional cuts of a part without actually removing the material. It just kind of lets you view a portion of it. So while this is active, it's going to show a little red plane. And if I rotate it, you'll notice that it's cutting things off as it goes. In fact, it should be, there we go. See how it's cutting out stuff? So this allows you to effectively look at the cross-section of this part, and you can leave this turned on, and then, let me see if I can find the, there's the origin right there, okay. So we can do a sketch. Actually, here, let me make sure that's turned on. There we go. So this button right here, the axis system, this will let you create an axis inside the IGES part. So I just created an axis right here. I just clicked on this, picked a point. You can pick where you want your origin to be, define your X, Y, and Z axis, press OK. So I've got a part there. I can do a sketch now, and I can sketch on that plane. Okay, and then I can turn on my dynamic sectioning. Make sure that's turned on. I don't think mine is, so. Let's see here. There we go. So while you're inside of Sketch, there's another button that you can use. This one's called the Cut Part by Sketch Plane. Okay? So you can turn this on, and it will cut the part at the sketch plane that you're on. And so you can rotate it and see how it's kind of missing the geometry. So you can literally just take a sketch that you're working on right now and you can start drawing. So like maybe I want to include, oops. Maybe we probably just want to do something like this for that portion or something like that. And then the other thing that's still on this plane would include these portions down here, so I could like do a rectangle there if I wanted to. So I could do like a rectangle here if I wanted to, and another one right there. Anyway, when I'm done, I can hop out of the sketcher, and now I've got portions of that cross section drawn at different locations. And so I can literally take a look at this part and say, okay, I want to, create these cross sections at these different spots, and then I can use like a multi-section solid to recreate it if I want to. Here's another way you can do it. So like you can create a new plane. Let me pull some of these tools out. Sorry, there's so many of them. Okay, so we create a new plane. We can do an offset, and we can do an offset from that plane. You can bring it down to wherever you want. You can do a sketch on that plane, okay? And then you can turn on the clipwork section, and it will show what's on that plane. So I've got this cross section right here. And so I can literally just do I can do a rectangle right here, and then another rectangle right here. And if I look at it, it doesn't look like there's a lot of material there. So I can constrain this to be however I want, right? And I can hop out of the sketch, and then I could do another plane. Relative to that one. Oops. There we go. Maybe right there. Okay. Do a sketch on that plane. Do a clipwork section. And now we've got just those 4 objects. So then we can come in here and say, okay, let's put like a rectangle here. Maybe you want to look at it more head on. It looks more like a triangle, so maybe you want to do a triangle. It's up to you guys. However you wanted to best define it. You will be making these look pretty as best as you can. And so, you don't have to do squares or things like that, but you can use splines. You can just make sure that it's uniform all the way through. And then we'll do like another one like right here. Right? So we'll hop out of sketch. And so now we've got these cross sections. And so if we wanted to hide this, oops, sorry, we should be able to, no, you're not going to hide each triangle individually. Oh, I think I did. So you want to make sure you're on a part body. Sorry. So you probably just want to create a new part body. So just come into the tree and you can insert a new part body. What? Yeah, so I guess just make sure that that's selected, and then you can go ahead and start making your sketches in there. Oh, all these things right here?
Well, those are all going to be measured separate. So you want to cut them out of there and put them back in the part body.
Or you can just copy and paste.
Yeah, yes.
There you go. There's the sketch in there, sorry. So, so there's the other sketch there. So now that they're in there, now you can hide this. And you've got the geometry, right? And so then you can use like a multi-section solid. This one, you probably would need to have separate sketches or different lines showing different sections. just because it's looking for different closed bodies. But you can literally switch